Hey guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. There was a ton of big news breaking this weekend, headlined of course by the awesome addition of Michael B. Jordan to Black Panther, but because of that dominating the headlines, there were a couple of major stories that kind of flew under the radar. Don't worry though, we'll get you caught up on all of it. We'll start off by talking a little bit about the potential cosmic sequel to X-Men Apocalypse, then we'll move on to an official confirmation that a major character will not be returning to Thor Ragnarok, and finally, an interesting and kind of unsettling story from Shane Black about the villains of Iron Man 3. But first, let's talk about the future of Fox's X-Men movies. X-Men Apocalypse is still 11 days away, but already the rumor mill is up and running about which storylines a potential sequel could adapt. So far, officially, the only thing we know is that it's going to be set in the 90s, but unofficially, reportedly, Bryan Singer and Simon Kinberg want another crack at the Dark Phoenix saga. Well now, new information suggests that not only could they be doing Dark Phoenix, they might also be bringing a large part of the X-Men universe to the big screen for the very first time. That's right, in an interview with Fandango, director Bryan Singer himself expressed that while he's happy that they've gone ahead and got the wonky time travel aspect of the X-Men comics out of the way, he wants to go ahead and explore a new direction: space. Now I know some of you are rolling your eyes right now, but trust me, it actually makes a lot of sense comic-wise, especially if they want to reboot the Dark Phoenix storyline. The main suspects would be the Shi'ar Empire. They're the main aliens that Fox owns. They also cross over with the X-Men the most in the comics, and not to mention they play a huge role in the Dark Phoenix storyline. You see, Jean Grey, as Dark Phoenix, left Earth and traveled many millions of miles, and to restore her energy, she consumed an entire star that just happened to, also destroy a planet inhabited by 5 billion peaceful people in the process. This, of course, caught the attention of the Shi'ar Empire, who weren't too happy about it, and this kind of kicked off the entire love-hate relationship between the Shi'ar and the X-Men that spans decades in the comics. And if they play their cards right, there's a ton that they can utilize here, from Jean Grey's existing history that I just explained with the Shi'ar to Professor X's relationship and marriage to Empress Lilandra, and actually the Game of Thrones style court intrigue that comes along with that storyline as well. Honestly, even if X-Men Apocalypse sucks, which trust me, I'm holding out hope that it's going to be great, this news alone is enough to get me excited about maybe the future of the franchise, but the sequel at the very least. You see, the 80s Uncanny X-Men was one of the first comics that I ever read thanks to those massive, thick omnibuses, and the Shi'ar and this storyline were one of the ones that I remember most vividly. But let me know what you guys think about this news and the potential sequel, and let me know if you guys think they're going to pull it off. In our next story, let's jump over to the MCU and talk a little bit about Thor Ragnarok. And this movie doesn't even hit until next November, but that hasn't stopped us from learning a lot about it already, at least from rumors and reports. And now we know a little bit more in the fact that we know now, officially, that a major supporting character will not be returning. In line with long-standing rumors, Kevin Feige told Empire Magazine's podcast that Natalie Portman will not be returning to reprise her role as Jane Foster in the Thor threequel. The official reason is that in his estimate, 80 to 90% of the scenes in the movie take place out in the cosmos, and only a few scenes are going to take place on Earth. But unofficially, behind the scenes, there are a lot of things that we know about that kind of led to this decision. Reportedly, things kind of started to go downhill when Patty Jenkins, the original director of Thor: The Dark World and a pretty good friend of Portman's, left the project, much to Natalie's displeasure. Taking her place as Thor's love interest will be Tessa Thompson, who you might know better as Bianca from Creed, and right now we don't know exactly who she's playing, but all the rumors kind of point to Valkyrie. So let me know down below, what do you think of the move? Are you surprised? I've seen some people saying they should have just recast Natalie Portman, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And in our last story of the day, a surprising and honestly pretty shocking revelation about Iron Man 3. Though the movie came out 3 years ago this month, we're still learning new things every day, it kind of seems, and this time it comes to us by way of the movie's director, Shane Black, who's out promoting his new film, The Nice Guys. Specifically, the shocking thing that he revealed to Uproxx is that the film's villain was originally supposed to be a woman, until Marvel Corporate put the kibosh on that idea, all in the name of toy sales. But hold on to your torches and pitchforks for a moment. As shocking and kind of upsetting as that revelation is, Black didn't stop there. He continued on to say that the call was not made by current Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, and in fact the two seem to have a very good relationship if the heaps of praise that Black was ladling onto Feige was any indication. Instead, he points the finger at New York and Marvel Corporate, not so subtly laying the blame at the feet of Marvel Entertainment chief Ike Perlmutter, who no longer oversees the films as of late 2015. And honestly, let me know what you think about this in the comments section down below. I'm actually upset about it. I mean, I'm kind of shocked that it still happens in this day and age, sadly, and the fact that it was in the name of toy sales is even more ridiculous, but that's a sensitive subject to me because of Young Justice. But honestly, hopefully the problem is solved. It seems like the root cause was cut out of the chain of command and it's not, hopefully, happening anymore. But that wraps it up for another HNN. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you liked what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon for access to all sorts of exclusive goodies gearing up pretty soon now. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll catch you tomorrow.